Welcome to Ecclesia Principles, a biblical strategy for believers to engage in God's design for government with Ray Eppard.
Hello, glad you could join us again today. We're looking at the jurisdiction of family currently, and we're really focusing on how government can actually destroy the family unit. Now, with this practice has been done in so many places. In Romans 13:4, that's our text for this, and I'm just going to read the A portion. For he, talking about government officials, for he is God's minister to you for good. That is God's intent. But throughout history, we have seen in the Bible and other places in history, we have seen governments who attacked the family unit to create problems. The Israelites in Egypt, they were prospering. So what did Pharaoh do in order to stop that and to be able to keep them under his thumb? Then he started killing the male children that were born. Same thing Herod later when Christ was born. He, out of fear, he began to attack all the families. Now, with this, in China, Mao's, when he instituted communism, he gave priority, and he emphasized the need for children to turn in their parents if they were not staying true to the party. Boy, doesn't that sound like some of the stuff that's happening in our schools today? Our schools are educating the children on how to turn their parents in and what things to report. Now, some of that is legitimate. I understand. But we're following that same track again. We looked yesterday very briefly, at Johnson's Great Society and what it did to the African American community. The statistics of that ethnicity right now in America are drastically different, and not for the good, than they were before the Great Society. And in our country right now, it's amazing. I have some friends who are endeavoring to get some foster children. It's amazing that the criteria that is put on people trying to bring a child into a good home, and the efforts at trying to keep that child by the government in a bad situation. Now, again, I believe in parental rights, and I'm a firm advocate for that. But when you're not treating things equally, then you're prioritizing one thing over another. There are actually states in our country right now that I read an article a little while back about a Catholic couple that was denied by their state to be able to have foster children because they're devout Catholics. They are opposed to abortion. And because of that, this good family was not allowed to have children, to have foster children. Now, at that point, we're creating a situation. See, again, this is a type and form of indoctrination and discrimination. These things are ultimately, in other words, if you get right down to it, because they don't abide by the ideology of the state, they're not able to have children. They would actually rather leave these children over here in a bad situation than expose them to that ideology that abortion is wrong. You see, the government, and this is something we have to understand, this is why Christians have to be involved. The government can do more to destroy families than any other institution on the planet. God bless you. Join us again tomorrow.
You've been listening to Ecclesia Principles with Ray Eppard. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook on our Ray Eppard pages. This program was brought to you by Victory Worship Center and World Outreach. Services Sunday 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock, 200 Hammond Lane, Stanton, Virginia.